Choose me, hear me, stuff me, stitch me, fluff me, dress me, name me, take me home. No, those aren't my wishes for Valentine's Day evening. They're the sacred order of operations for building a best friend at one brand's iconic mall destination. It's a masterclass in retail as ritual, a simple but powerful way to turn kids from customers into creators, and to make a stuffed animal feel more meaningful than anything you could grab off a shelf. That emotional hook paid off. The brand grew to hundreds of locations worldwide, layered on high-margin outfits and accessories, and expanded into major collaborations and licensing deals that pushed the business far beyond the mall. So how did a store filled with bins of skinned stuffies become one of the most emotionally effective retail concepts of the last 25 years? And what's the future of a brand that relies heavily on an in-person experience as we transition into a fully cyber society? And that's why this week's On Brand is on Build-A-Bear.
We're all jazzed up, nearly having a cow. You want your favorite show and it's on right now. It's on Brand.
Welcome to On Brand with Jon and Marisa. I'm Jon.
I'm Marisa.
Okay. Build-A-Bear. I got it pretty early on. I mean, not many places.
Why did you get it? Choose me, hear me, stuff me. When did you start to
Squeeze
catch it?
me?
Squeeze me?
Squeeze me?
Tease
Did you
me?
even say squeeze me?
No.
I think I got it at squeeze me.
Okay, sure.
That's what I heard. Stuff me.
Stuff me, fluff me.
Now, Build-A-Bear. All right. We're coming in good because I have almost no knowledge of it.
Interesting. Have you ever built a bear?
I mean, I've
You know your way around a bear or two?
I've been around a bear. I've been called a bear.
You've stuffed a bear or two in your day?
I wouldn't say stuffed. I've hugged a bear.
Have you fluffed one?
I've patted down a sweaty bear.
You've chosen one.
I've chosen a bear.
Sure. You've taken a bear home.
Avoided a bear. I have taken a bear home from the mall. No, I've never done Build-A-Bear. I feel like that's a little after my time. I feel like I'm probably going to learn it actually started in 1964, but I don't feel like I knew of it until 2003.
You know what's funny? This might be getting ahead a little bit, but there is a documentary about this on Amazon. It's called Unstuffed, and it's the Build-A-Bear story. And I started watching it, and I watched the founder, who we'll get into, Maxine Clark. She has such a wealth of information she's put out there. She's in her 70s, and she's still like doing interviews. She's incredibly active, like sharing her story. And so I was like, well, maybe I'll get a little more from the documentary. All of the talking heads in the documentary, I'd say 8 out of 10 of them are people who don't know what Build-A-Bear is or don't have any experience with it. Like Mario Lopez is there, and he's like, I've never been to a Build-A-Bear, but I'm excited to learn. And I'm like, why is Mario Lopez in this documentary?
Excited to learn. Listen, could we get 2 hours with Mario? We want to do a sit down with them. In lieu of payment, we're going to take them to Glendale Galleria, where they do have a Build-A-Bear kiosk, I think.
Yes, there's many kiosks.
It's
now.
not an actual full-on store.
Tragic.
I'm sure they've had to navigate brick and mortar to survive.
Changing consumer tastes.
I'm glad you brought this up, because, like, how much does Mario Lopez bug me? Like, this guy, he doesn't look like he ages.
He does not age.
He doesn't age.
I saw him at the nail salon once.
Of course you did. He's getting a no polish petty for sure, because he was going to a pajama party in the
at
hills.
Ryan Seacrest's house.
God, I hate that guy. I hate Mario
He is
Lopez.
so clean cut. But you know what? You're Dimple Brothers, so you should like him.
I have dimples?
Yeah.
I do? Aw, I didn't know that. I don't know if you've noticed. Oh, it's hidden under my headphones. I've decided to be a little gayer lately, and I've been wearing a beret.
Cute. Where'd you get that beret?
Your daughter.
I was going to say, that feels familiar. Is that from my home?
Your daughter had like a box of like 75
She did,
berets,
yeah.
and I took this one. I'd actually like to peek for some more colors.
Yeah.
It's because my hair's a little long, and when I'm at home, I'll throw a beret in, and then I'll be out about the town. I was in Trader Joe's, and the lady was like, I love your beret. And I was like,
My what? Oh.
oh, thank you.
This was an in-home accessory, but sure.
Sure. Yeah, well, fun. This will be good. I'm excited to learn
It's
about
fun to get to the mall.
I have opinions, but I'll wait and give them in the show. I mean, I feel like... I don't know. I think my nieces have done Build-A-Bears. I think now they have collabs with like Hello Kitty and stuff.
Beyond every intellectual property you can have. Star Wars, Star Trek, Lord of the Rings, Hello Kitty.
It's like Lego. The Lego plush, like they just collab with everybody.
RuPaul. There's a RuPaul Build-A-Bear.
Unless I'm crazy, I might be wrong. I feel like RuPaul had a chia pet. RuPaul is really, I'm going to do RuPaul at some point because talk about a brand.
Yes.
I
feel like we talked about RuPaul last week also because we watched a little Drag Race.
Ever since I've introduced the barrette, RuPaul comes into conversation a lot more.
Sure.
Were you on Drag Race? No, it's just the barrette.
Yes.
I think and I don't even know if this is Build-A-Bear, and this is a little R-rated, so I'll keep it.
It is Valentine's Day.
It is Valentine's Day. In the gay community, I feel like I've seen a lot of videos of like a really overzealous bear getting stuffed by a machine, and it looks a little naughty. Like someone's taking.
Oh, you mean not a man bear?
No, not a man bear, a real bear,
a stuffy
like
bear,
a Build-A-Bear.
Yes.
Like someone's holding it and kind of in a provocative position and just shoving a bunch of stuffing into it, and then like someone will look at the camera like
cheekily. Is the stuffing hole in the rump?
It is. In my videos,
you have to lift the tail to
Yes.
access the hole.
Yes.
I mean, it would be anatomically correct.
Yeah.
Sure.
Well,
Do you think the employees after hours, they back up to the stuffing machine and just let it rip? Beep. Beep.
I hope so. I would love to spend an hour after hours at a Build-A-Bear.
Just to see what those employees get into.
They're just sweeping, counting the tills.
And you're like,
$2
wow,
off.
why is nobody sticking the stuffing machine up their rump? John, it's your first day. You're fired.
This is the master switch, right? It's a knob of like degrees of stuffing intensity.
You should work your way around the kiosks at the mall.
I really should.
Annie Ann's, Wet Souls.
The weird holographic block where you put a deceased one's picture in.
Cell phone repair. Eyebrow threading. Chair massage.
Dubai chocolate.
I mean, you could do a podcast just of like going to the mall. The kiosk.
The kiosk. Not guy, the gal, the kiosk kid. The kiosk kid.
The kiosk
Merch.
kid.
That's our show. Don't take it. It's our spinoff, third pod coming up. All right.
Might just be a TikTok series for you to do as a content creator.
100% true. Welcome to the Glove Box. It's me, your kiosk kid. We're here at God. It's a lot of like branding I have to do. All right. Before we get into this, I have a thank you I want to do.
Oh.
And two people. If you don't listen to Off Brand, our sister podcast, join the Patreon and start listening to it. We do a segment on every episode to let you know what's on and off brand for you and I that week.
Yes.
And one week, I said what is off brand for me is the fact that I am try to be a diligent researcher, and there are 1,000 websites where there's a paywall. Like I want to read an article from 2009 about Trojan condoms, some hazinga they've done.
And I'm not getting a VPN or a ghost browser or whatever they're called.
Yeah, I'm not going on the dark web to read about this. And so I'll just get the thing like, give us 99 cents and you can read this, or $5, have 30 days. Guess what, Toronto Sun? I don't need 30 days of you. I need this one article.
Because I will forget and I will be charged for 2 years.
For 2 years.
Ugh.
So I move on, and then I just search those words, and I find someone else that's letting me read it for free.
Sure.
Anyway, Lucy McGuffey and Joe Budzilowicz. Budzilowicz. Good Lord. She's
That's
like,
an
you know
awesome
what?
name.
Welcome. What would you like your last name to be? I don't know. Just make something with every
Alphabet
letter.
soup.
Every letter.
That's great.
Joe and Lucy both wrote me after I complained about that and said, girl, go to archive.today.
Interesting.
It is a simple little website. I haven't even read it, but there's basically 2 windows in it. You get an article that you can't read. You go to archive.today. You plug it into the bottom window. If it has been archived, the article just comes up, which is what has happened to me 98% of the time.
Wow. Is this essentially like a more straightforward Wayback Machine?
I feel like it's somehow related to the technology of Wayback Machine.
Yes, because I'll look on, if it's an article of a certain stature from a certain prestige of publication, there's usually an archive of it on the Wayback Machine.
Yeah.
But this seems
Wayback
even
is so
more straightforward.
annoying to
You have
get,
to like cycle through like 1998,
Yeah, you're looking through like an
1999.
old-timey calendar and there's like bubbles of different sizes. I don't even know. Oh, it's a big bubble. I guess I have a better
And
opportunity.
who determined like when they took the snapshots?
I know. But this one, and so I did it the first time. I was like, holy crap, it works.
That's awesome.
It worked. And then last week I was researching probably something for Trojan. It was. And it didn't work. So I plugged in the thing into the top window. And it was like archiving article. And like within 5 minutes, I could read that article.
Wow.
So if you're a nerdy researcher.
Like you made it archive it?
I guess.
Whoa.
I thought when you did that, it'd be like, see it come back in 2 weeks.
That's why way back ago was like, this wasn't archived. You're like, I am captain now. And
I'm the captain now. So yeah, as a nerdy researcher, thank you,
awesome.
Lucy and Joe. I've really been enjoying that, and I haven't given you a shout out, so thank you for that. I also want to do a quick little, I don't even know what this would be called. In Trojan episode last week,
yes.
I celebrated a new woman to my life, Margaret Sanger, for all her contributions to contraception and getting it into the hands of women and Planned Parenthood and birth control and all that. I still think she's fantastic. What I have learned since the show has dropped is that she's a very complicated woman.
She has a checkered past.
She probably has a checkered past. It may have not seemed 100% as checkered at the time. As time has moved on, it's probably looked at more disfavorably.
Sure.
But there's even things behind that that's like maybe she did this because she's just trying to get her agenda through. So I just want to say she wasn't part of the Trojan story where I did my normal like deep dive.
Yes.
I found out about her. I pulled some information about her. And I'm just saying that because I just don't want you to think I'm a shitty researcher. But
yeah, of course.
I didn't,
or that you're pro-eugenics.
or that I'm pro-eugenics or racist or any things that she may have been. But I've talked to some scholars this morning. I've done some quick research, and I'm just going to say, listen, I do think she contributed some great stuff. I think she was a very complicated woman, it seems. And maybe we'll dive into her more. Maybe we won't.
And she's dead now.
And she's dead now. Thank God.
So if you hated her, dance on her grave.
Yeah, if you hated her. I just don't want to be naively like, she's the best.
Yeah, sure.
Where,
a lot of these figures, because we're talking about people from so long ago, there's a lot of bad opinions. There's a lot of, they're representative of their time, and
you hear rumblings about people like Walt Disney or people that brought all this joy to the world. You never know. Like, you also have to look at it through the eyes of the time.
Yeah.
So
we're never like, if we leave something out that we think is unsavory, it's not to like put somebody on a pedestal and like in any way forgive what they've said or done. It's just that's not what this is about.
Yeah. And I wasn't even like trying to do that. I hadn't come across that information. So.
And we do try to keep it generally positive, except when we're complaining, which is a big part of the show also.
Absolutely. And if I had come across that, I probably would have left her in the show, but I would have hazinga'd the last half of her life.
Of course,
which
huge
for me is fun to have a hazinga. And someone was like, I think I know. Remember how I was like in New York, they had a street sign for it and they took it down, and I didn't know why. Someone's like, I think I know why they took that down. I was like, oh.
That was right.
But even,
it was right, yes.
Even then, that was 2020, so...
What took so long?
What took so long? Red tape. All right.
There you go.
Well, that's all I got. Did you have any more banter, or do you want to get into...
We can pop into it.
Do you want to build this bear?
Let's build this bear. This is a fun one. I have never built a bear, which I'm shocked by.
I'm surprised with your two children, they haven't weaseled their way into that shop.
I mean, even me as a child, because 1997 is when the Build-A-Bear came on the scene and they expanded very rapidly. We'll talk about that in a sec. But like, I know I've been in one as a kid. And that was like, my family has such an emotional, my family being my mom and I don't guess not my dad. My mom had such an emotional connection to stuffed animals. We have every stuffed animal I've ever had, we still have. They could be filled with rats and spiders. Then they get moved out to the garage and put in a big trash bag. I think the reason why we never got a Build-A-Bear is because my mom felt maybe like I can't get all of them. Like she always felt bad for stuffed animals. Like if we saw a row of stuffed animal teddy bears and one of them their eye was kind of dangling out, she'd want to get that one because she felt bad for it, like it's never going to get adopted.
Yeah.
I think something about the barrels of skins was too like visceral for her.
Is that what they're called, or is that your term?
That's the term.
They're a barrel of skins.
Maybe she's a furry. I don't know. Maybe she's a furry and it was too sad.
I would love Bobo to be a furry. What would she be? Probably a tipsy fox. My mom had a connection to stuffies. She had this big, God, now that I think about it, I've seen it a million times. I don't know if it was a bear or a dog. She had this giant stuffy that she got when she was young. Apparently, the story behind it is she was home, and I think she was on her period. And 3 of her gal pals came over and like, Mary, let's go shopping. And Mom was like, you know what? I'm just feeling frumpy today.
Yeah.
I don't think I can. And they're like, oh, that's too bad. And they go out shopping and found this stuffy.
Aww.
And I don't know if it was named Frumpy or my mom had just named it Frumpy, but they got it for her and brought it home. And she's had that my entire life. So
That's
if someone was
really
feeling
cute.
sick, like one of my sisters wasn't doing well, like she would give you Frumpy, and Frumpy would like help you while you needed it. And,
Frumpy.
and Frumpy. I mean, my mom, and I mean, that thing's, 60 years old, and it looks like she could have bought it yesterday.
Really? It's in good condition.
Oh, yeah. It probably sells the tags on it. That was a big thing for my mom.
Same.
Don't take off a tag.
My mom still, to like, the bears were personified. The bears were members of the family. So why does every little stuffed moose from a Hallmark store still have the tag in its ear with the price tag that's like $4.99? I'm always like, wow, $4.99, times have changed. Why? What is the fear about that? She's not reselling it. Like, why?
I know. I don't know. It was just something with that generation.
Really
and then that
weird.
just made, you said reindeer. There was a toy in the 80s called Rodney the Reindeer, I think. And I forget who he was related to. Maybe Hallmark, but that just popped into my head. It's like a kind of a beanbaggy reindeer. I'm sure someone will know that. And
Somebody will know what that is. Hey, send it to us. We'll add it to our
Rodney
wall.
the Reindeer. We'll put it on the croissant.
The croissant.
Croissant.
We'll put it on the croissant. Yeah, so
I can't even see what I'm pointing to. What is that called?
Credenza.
Credenza. Okay, good.
Hopefully we'll have a set someday with all the little things people have said to us. That would be really nice. Yeah, I have experiences of going in the store. It was kind of like Rainforest Cafe. I loved like things where it was like that was a mall thing of that time. Feels very late 90s where it's like an experience of shopping or an experience of eating. Like the front of a Build-A-Bear has like animatronic bears that are kind of like lightly moving. Like they have like a big thimble on their head. So they look like they're kind of proportionally.
They're like Disneyland-y.
It's very Disneyland-y.
Is there one that's like stirring a big pot of stuffing? I feel like I've seen that.
Yeah. That just feels like a time where things were really like hands-on and more fun. And like, I don't know, like you're riding the carousel and then you're going to Sweet Factory and you're like picking out your own candy and you're like going to FAO Schwartz and jumping around on the big piano like you're in Big. Like everything just used to be like more fun.
Yeah.
And now everything sucks.
Everything sucks. I talked about this like a month ago. Like it's like even cars. Every car, for every 50 cars around you, one of them is a color.
Sure, yeah.
It just depresses me. Everything's depressing.
And Build-A-Bear, the Build-A-Bear in the 90s, those are now called heritage stores. I have it down later in my notes, so I'll find the name of what they call the new stores. In 2015, they had a big redesign. So the way the stores used to look is it was so colorful, so bright, so inviting. Like, you remember like a Disney store in the mall? Like it just like looks like it's made for kids.
Yeah.
They had a big redesign in 2015. Everything's white. Everything's very sterile. Everything's an Apple store. Apple Store is like ruined because now everything is leaning towards like Apple Store aesthetic. For a kid's teddy bear factory has white walls.
White walls. It's like every fast food restaurant I bitch about. I don't even know it's a Taco Bell when I drive by it anymore.
You should be able to see a Taco Bell.
It looks
from
like
space.
Taco Bell used to look like your sweater. Yeah. And now it's just like a very plain Jane sad
Everything is like a check
Every fast food restaurant looks the same now. They're all like somehow red, steel, window, brick,
gray, squares, different like stucco squares, and then like gray squares like on top that stick out kind of and a little bit to the right with like steel bars and lines and a flat roof.
Yeah.
It just stinks.
Everything stinks. And then I heard something, I don't know what country this is in or when this is getting implemented, but as probably one of the only ice-capators in the country.
You're talking about yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I saw a video where they bought the cup for the drink, took it to the machine. The machine doesn't work unless it has a newly purchased cup. You have to like scan the code on the cup and it'll say, oh, you bought a 20-ounce cup. You can have 20 ounces of soda.
And so you have to scan to get it to activate and it's tracking how much drink you've had?
Yeah, so if you fill half a cup and leave, you can come back. It'll let you fill up half again and then you're done. And I had a panic attack. I was like, it's like 3 a.m. I'm watching TikTok, clutching my breast.
This was in another country, not in the
I don't
US.
remember. I have to look it up.
Did you do an ice-capade today?
No. On show days, because sometimes I'll do an ice-capade at Jersey Mike's because it's on the way. Other times, like tonight, I had one that was full of ice that I leave in the fridge that I can disperse ice from that one into my other ones to get me through the show. And then I'll do an ice capade when I leave here.
Where was that ice from, the last ice?
Who knows? It had been in the fridge for a few days.
Oh, wow.
We'll usually keep one in there just to have...
You get around town.
You don't even know what this ice... the secret life... This is like when people... Like, if I was Margaret Sanger, they'd be like, Jon is this. They wouldn't even know about this ice part of me.
They wouldn't even know.
They think they know. They're like, oh, he did ice capades. I'm like, you don't even know.
You know how like every Pixar movie is like personifying, like what if toys could talk? Like what if cars could talk? What if feelings could talk? What if ice could talk?
What if ice could talk? If ice could talk. A Broadway show? Getting my Tony?
That much closer to an EGOT?
Oh, God, I want to be an EGOT.
With so many options, why choose Arizona State University?
For me, the only online option was ASU because of the quality. Their faculty was really involved with their students and care about your personal journey. The dedication to my personal development from my professors, that's been extremely valuable to me.
Earn your degree from the nation's most innovative university. Online. That's a degree better. Explore more than 350 plus undergraduate, graduate, and certificate programs at asuonline.asu.edu.
Okay, so let's talk about the backstory of Build-A-Bear. And this story starts with a woman named Maxine Clark. As I said, she's very on the scene. As for a woman in her 70s, she's out, she's active. You can easily find more information about her if you're curious about her story.
I don't want to chime in too quickly.
No,
but
what's up?
I don't know a Maxine.
Maxine.
Do you have any friends?
A personal Maxine?
Yeah. I think I'm going to text Maxine and see if she's coming over tonight.
Oh, Maxine's on her period. Should we go get her a teddy bear?
Maxine's feeling frumpy. I'm old. I know what you mean. Her period. I don't know a Maxine. There, go.
So is that code for being on your period feeling frumpy?
I
should
think
use
back
that.
then. I'm feeling a little frumpy.
I'm going to bring that back.
Yeah.
And be like, you look a little frumpy. Are you on your... No, why? Never mind.
And then I'm like, wait, you still have your frump? How old are you?
My frump is long gone. So Maxine Clark, she is a spunky woman. And to give context about her and her life, I want to tell a little story about her mom because her backstory is just, I don't know, it's really cool and inspiring. And I wouldn't know about this unless I had heard like an interview of Maxine just sharing a story about her family. So I'm going to talk about Maxine's mom for a minute. So Maxine's mom grew up in Albany, New York, which is the capital of New York. And she was so smart as a child and so hardworking that she was able to graduate high school at 14. She took the test and was able to graduate high school as young as 14. As a little kid, she got a job in the typing pool in the office of the governor and first lady of New York, who at that time were Franklin Delano Roosevelt and Eleanor Roosevelt.
Wow.
So she is a 15-year-old. She's like working
Typing
as a typist
for the Roosevelts?
For the Roosevelts. And when FDR became president in 1933, Eleanor asked her to travel with her as part of her like personal secretary team.
Wow, what an honor.
What an honor. As like a kid, and her parents are like, great, have fun. Like once in a lifetime opportunity to travel the country. She didn't come from a lot of money or anything. So what a crazy once in a lifetime thing to get to travel the country with the first lady and be her like right-hand woman, kid.
God, it seems so complicated at the time. She's like, can you take a quick note? She has to like sit down, open like
Her
the
typewriter.
briefcase typewriter, get a sheet of paper, chink, 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 tink, 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 tink.
Those fingers must have been flying. She did say she was an excellent typist. So Eleanor would travel all over the country with her team, her little team of gals, and something that Eleanor was passionate about, that in turn Maxine's mom came passionate about, was the treatment of people with disabilities in America. How there was like mass institutionalization. They weren't like schools or any specialized programs to kind of like help people like that. There wasn't even really a term for it. It was just you were disabled and you were just kind of cast off out from society. So that was something that really stuck with Maxine's mom. And she was like really impacted by that, of all the people she met on her tour around the country. So when FDR died and was no longer president, Eleanor gave all the women on her traveling secretary team a big chunk of cash, very Taylor Swift.
I love that.
And she said, take this money, go back to where you came from, to your home, and use this to make the world a better place.
I can picture the scene in the movie. She's like squatted down. She's taking her hand. She's like, you go home and you make good with this money. You do good.
Isn't that incredible? I mean, just like it gives me chills. So Maxine's mom, when she goes back home, at that time she was living in Miami, that's where her family was, and she, with a couple of friends, she says, you know what, I was really impacted by the people I saw that had learning disabilities, the kids, they didn't have a name for it at the time, that had Down syndrome, and so she used the money to build a school in Miami for children with disabilities.
I mean, I'm scared to get hopeful. I'm seeing a lot of parallels between her and Margaret, because Margaret's path was based on her mom as well.
Oh, no.
She found a group of people that weren't having...
I mean, Maxine's legacy is, there's a few controversies, but it's pretty squeaky clean from what I've seen.
She's a commie.
So that's how Maxine grew up. And so she was born in 1949. So at the time that she's growing up, you know, the role of women is kind of predetermined, like what kind of things you're going to do with your life. But for her mom, she has this incredible role model of like, the sky's the limit. Like she was traveling around the country with like the most powerful people in the world and using that power for like positive change. So she really was an empowered little kiddo. And her parents, even though they didn't have a lot of money, they made sure she got an amazing education, that she like had everything she needed to feel like the sky's the limit. Like she would never feel like she had to play small because she's a girl or because of like where she lives or where she's from.
That's amazing. I'm picturing the two of you. You finally, she's the first person we have on pod. You invite her over for dinner and Maxine's telling you all about her mom. She's like, now tell me a little bit about your mom. She's like, well...
You know what a wet t-shirt contest is, right?
Lose the t-shirt, and that's my mom.
So you can also just have it be like a wet tits contest. And that's when I knew the sky's the limit. So this is the time that she grew up in. You know, she was born in 1949. She went to college in Georgia instead of Florida because the University of Florida wouldn't take women in the business school until 1967.
It's so stupid.
So she's like, well, okay, I want to major in business. This is like, it feels like that wasn't that long ago, but that's like crazy. So she ends up going to Georgia for business school for her undergrad. This was during the civil rights movement. And she thought that she would eventually, after her undergrad, go to law school because she's thinking like, well, how do you make big change in the world? Like lawmakers, policymakers, make the world a better place using like her lawyer skills. So she goes to law school. Now she's in DC. She has to pay her way through law school. She doesn't come from a lot, so she has to get a job. She works at the May Company. Department store.
Back when you buy anything and they put it in a giant box with a string.
And tissue paper.
And tissue. Did you need that gift wrap? Go up to the third floor and they use beautiful gift wrap.
Beautiful. You would go there for, you could buy a martini shaker. You could buy pajamas. Oh my gosh. An orange juicer, everything. And it would all get wrapped in the finest tissue paper you'll ever see.
If I lived back then, I would have had everything just wrapped. So when I get home, it's just like a little party for myself.
You put it under your Christmas tree.
He came.
I feel like I would have loved to work at a department store. I'd like the perfume counter.
I don't know. Perfume, I feel like would give me a headache.
Yeah, me too, actually.
Maybe you're in fine
gives me a headache.
jewelry.
Maybe I'm in fine jewelry.
Yeah.
I think that'd be really fun to like take the jewelry. I have like long fake nails and like take the jewelry out of the case and like hold it up to my customer's ear, hold up a little mirror. Wow, look at that one sparkle.
Wow, I haven't seen those look that good on anyone.
Don't tell your husband how much they cost.
It's our secret.
That would be so fun. So she falls in love with retail of all things. It's funny to go from like, I want to make laws that change the world to be like, or work at a mall. So she falls in love with retail, as you and I both have, and she gets like immersed in the process of it, not just like being in the store themselves, but like following the marketing and the growth and the supply chain and like the customer trends. Like she would look at receipts, like they would track like customers' purchases. And so she would like go above and beyond and like look at what individual customers purchased to see like if she could follow any trends of like different things that they could carry. She was just like loved kind of getting into the psychology of the customer. Because, of course, you know, everyone grows up shopping with your parents, but the experience of going into a store, her family didn't have a lot of money, how you could be like window shopping, and just that is such a rich experience. And then when you do finally get something, it's like something that you treasure, which of course it was back then because everything was nice. And so that was really like what connected her to working in retail. So she ditches law school. They'll be fine. They'll come up with their own laws. And she stays at the May Company for 20 years.
Just as like a sales clerk?
She's like working in marketing and like, right. So she's not just on the sales floor, but she is.
And if you're a sales clerk, I didn't mean just as a sales clerk.
Sure. I mean, that's my future job.
I mean, I said it, but I guess I did mean it.
Here's a little secret. We're having a sale next week, but I'll honor that price today. That's me.
Here's
6
me.
months.
You know, we'll do it this one time, but after that, I can't.
May Company makes her the president of the shoe division, which is like, this is why we're doing it. Like, why did this light me up? I like read this and this like lit me up. May makes her the president of the shoe division. Pay less shoe source.
Pull over. Pay less.
Why does that like sparkle my brain to be like, I didn't know May Company owned Payless Shoe Source.
Payless always seemed, speaking of frumpy,
I know.
Payless seemed a little frumpy.
I used to, but that would be like where we got our shoes. They had like tap shoes there, but that's where we would just get like our regular shoes for school. So that was just a department within May Company, and she made it their most profitable department as the president of Payless, the shoe division. It was 1996 when Payless got spun off as its own public company and became like the shopping center kind of standalone store that I remember it as.
Okay.
So at that time, May Company, technology is kind of getting big. It's starting to kind of change how businesses are run.
We're in 96 now.
This is 96. So May Company, it's very old school. Like Maxine wanted to have like Excel spreadsheets to like track, you know, like sales or whatever, inventory. And May Company was so old school, they wanted like pen and paper ledgers.
Good Lord.
I know. So she was kind of getting a little frustrated with that. She was like, they just like don't want to change. They even like things that will make, not like impact the customer experience at all, but just literally like make things run more efficiently and like, I don't know, like help the labor force like focus on other things.
I'm just picturing 96. 96, we're only like...
We have like AOL in 96.
Yeah, we're only a couple
We're
years away from
cybering.
like that. Those yummy Mac iMacs.
Exactly.
Those color. She probably wanted one of those.
Oh,
like,
yes.
I see her to tangerine iMac. Like, I am making a difference.
Beyond. Meanwhile, May Company has like a yellowed like tissue paper pad with like a liquid pencil and like
A 3x5 index card that was originally for recipes. It still has a clearance sticker on it, but it had a chip in it, so they just brought it back. And
they'll be like, Susan bought one toaster in a set of queen sheets. That's what they were doing.
Wow.
I know. So she was kind of feeling a little frustrated with that. She's been there for like 100 years. She's kind of seeing this as maybe a good time to dip.
Dip! God, that sounded so stupid. I don't want to be those dumb I didn't even like bring up my hand that time. It's like, nah.
I inhaled to be like, is he going to do it with me? You did it with me.
Of course.
She always had it in her mind that she wanted to do something with children. I don't think she had children at this time, but
So
she
she's
always...
born in 59.
Oh, at this time she's
early 50s.
like I think she's 48 years old. She was born in 49.
49.
Yeah.
I can't do math.
I
as
can't do
everyone
math,
knows.
but I think she was 40.
I think she's 74 now.
I think she's 110.
Okay.
So she's coming up on 50, which is like, hello, don't we love stories like this of like the big aha moment coming 50-ish?
Speaking of aha moment, Oprah was on the air at this time. I don't know why this all feels like it should be so long ago.
It really does.
When we like, and then in 1996, I'm like, girl, that's like our life.
Even my impressions of working at May Company were, in my mind, it was like Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. Like in my mind, it wasn't 1996 where like kids have pagers. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, sure, May Company was stuck in another time. Yeah, it was 96.
96, she's walking around. Now she's gotten the little iMac, the little iBook. That's
sure.
Looks like the toilet seat. She's walking down Manhattan.
Rosie O'Donnell's flicking a koosh in the audience.
She gets hit in the eye with a koosh. She sees a poster for coming soon, a movie called Titanic. What is that about? She doesn't even know what's coming her way.
She doesn't even know what's coming.
Wow.
We need to finish that, by the way. We started watching Titanic the other night. We'll finish it tomorrow. So,
No, the Olympics. All right.
yeah, I forgot.
I'm sure I have an actual conversation about what we're going to watch tomorrow. Wait, no, but the Olympics will be on tomorrow.
Okay, so we'll watch the Olympics for
We'll
like an
do
hour and a
that.
half, and then we'll watch
We'll
like
probably
a
do like a half hour of
Okay, sounds
Titanic.
good.
Okay.
Okay. So right now she's not working. She loves the idea of doing something for kids. She still loves retail, and she's not stressing. She is so confident in her ability to figure something out that she just says, I'm just relaxing. She says, I know an idea will come. I don't need to force it, like us with the idea for this podcast. We're like, it'll come.
It'll come.
Sure, should we have started a podcast in 2020? We were relaxing. We were waiting for it to come.
At least we didn't do the, at one point I entertained the idea because of my friend Christine to do a podcast on Gen X.
Oh, wow. We would be deep
Be
in it.
so different.
We'd be so different. Oh, yeah, I have at this time she's 48 years old. Okay, so Maxine is 48. I don't think she has children. I think she's married, but she doesn't have children. Her next door neighbor's kids needed someone to pick them up from school. So this is 1996, as I said. So there's these kids, Katie and Jack, and they want to go to the mall because Katie wants to get a particular Beanie Baby. It's the red floppy dog.
Oh, I thought you were going to say lobster.
Oh, Pinchers?
Pinchers. I don't remember the red floppy dog. Now I'm just thinking of Gifford. Griffin.
Gifford the big red dog. Kathy Gifford the big red dog.
Kathy Griffin the big red dog.
Kathy Lee Gifford. Kathy Lee Griffin.
Kathy Lee Grifford, the big red hog.
The big red hog. Okay, great. So she wanted the Kathy Lee Grifford, the big red hog, and at the mall. And Maxine said, okay, great, I'll take you guys. So there was a store in the mall that said, we have Beanie Babies. And they're like, great. They go in.
And if you are not of this time, I mean, I'm not either,
Sure,
really.
yeah.
But,
We're all too young.
I mean, we've done a show on Beanie Babies, haven't
Yeah,
we?
we did, Ty.
You did. I can't impress enough the craze for these at this moment in time. If you wanted a specific one, people were hunting for them. People were trading them. There's
An in-person hunt.
An in-person hunt at every gift shop that you can find.
Yes.
It was insane.
It was crazy. So she was looking for the specific Beanie Baby. The store said, we have Beanie Babies. They walk in. They don't have Beanie Babies. They have maybe like 1, 2 sad Beanie Babies that nobody
Beanie
wants.
Barneys.
They have Beanie Barneys.
I don't want a Barney, Mom.
The kids can tell the difference. Katie is really upset about this. She's really disappointed. They said we have Beanie Babies or we have that particular one. They didn't. So she's like kind of in a huff. And she's like, things are so easy. Like we could just make them.
Oh, shit.
Light bulb moment for Maxine. So they go home because she's still babysitting. The kids go downstairs to Maxine's craft room. They're making their own Beanie Babies. They're cutting, they're putting stuffing in, they're sewing them up. Maxine, meanwhile, is upstairs. She's on Netscape.
She's asking Jeeves.
She
Where
is.
do I get fur and
Multiple
stuffing?
interviews because I listened to her recount the story so many times. She goes, and I was Netscaping. She was using it as a verb. I was Netscaping. And Katie comes upstairs to show her little Beanie Baby she made. She's like, what are you doing? And Maxine's like, you had a really good idea. I'm seeing if I can buy a stuffed animal factory and reverse engineer it to be a retail store. And Katie's like, cool.
Could you make me a tuna sandwich before you do that, Mom?
This is the type of person Maxine is. Like 30 minutes after the idea being uttered by a child, she's like, factories near me can buy, pay now. I love it. This is the kind of gumption we need.
Yeah.
So Maxine keeps working on it for a few weeks. She can't find a factory willing to sell at a reasonable price. And even more so, everybody thinks she's crazy. They don't understand this idea. She's kind of ready to let this go. She's like, you know what? I don't want to force anything. Maybe this isn't meant to be.
I'm really looking forward to dinner tonight. Please tell me crazy Maxine's not going to be there.
Carrying on about her stuffed animal factory switcheroo.
Let me guess, she's going to bring her famous French onion dip. We know it's sour cream and soup mix.
I mean, does it get any better than that, though?
Oh, God.
Come on. Super Bowl Sunday, I'll be there. So she is ready to give it up. It's kind of a harebrained scheme. She's ready to let it go. And then Katie comes and she's like, so what's going on with buying the factory? And Maxine's like, you know what? It was a little bit more complicated than I thought it would be. Like, nobody will sell. The prices are crazy. It's like not going to be as easy as I thought. And Katie's like, why can't we just like make our own factory?
What? Make your own factory?
Like, just make our own. Like, why do we need anybody else? Like, why can't, like, we just do all of it?
This is like this is of anything I've ever heard, like a 1980s movie montage.
Sure.
Let's put together the factory. They're using unconventional materials.
Right? Exactly. You know what they used as the stuffer?
I do. They probably they took apart their couch because they needed a new one and they used the stuffing from the couch. Newspaper?
They like retrofitted a pillow stuffing machine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That
So they
seems
had, it's a straightforward line.
Yeah, that seemed,
But
okay,
they
yeah.
had to think of it, right? Instead of using like a stuffed animal factory and using what they have and making it, they were like, we have to think outside the box. So Katie's like, well, why can't we do it? Maxine is like, yeah, why not? Why am I stopping now? Like, this is like, it is a good idea. Every kid I've told about like loves the idea. The parents still don't understand. She's told a lot of parents about this idea and they're like, why wouldn't I just buy a stuffed animal like from Walmart?
Yeah.
And then she's like, okay, you don't get it. Moving on.
She's like, you know what? I was going to sell these in the mall, but why don't I just make a mall? Maxine's Mall.
Maxine's Mall. I don't need a mall. I'll be my own mall.
God, the sad thing is I can literally picture Maxine's Mall today. It's like abandoned
Sure.
and like it's all overgrown. Where the fountain used to be.
A gang of coyotes have taken over.
An unknown blood stain.
Of course, many. So the kids get it. Maxine wants to see this through. She sees in her own childhood, she sees in Katie, her brother Jack, all the kids she knows, that how important stuffed animals are to them and how much meaning you can project on them, like your mom with her period teddy.
Can we just call him Frumpy? I'm not changing the context of my mom's doll for you. Frumpy.
Like your mom and Frumpy, that you imbue so much meaning into these stuffed animals. What if you could even make the process of buying it meaningful? Like how much more special would that be for a kid?
I think I see where this is going.
So this actually is our first controversy, and I'm saying controversy lightly. I'm not even going to call it a Hazinga because honestly, Maxine is a treasure.
She's figuring out the kinks.
She's figuring out the kinks. I will say a company that stuffs bears in the mall already exists.
Oh, boy.
And it's called
Built-A-Bear?
It's called Basic Brown Bears.
Oh, okay.
And the Basic Brown Bears, I saw them on eBay. They're actually really cute. They look really like 1920s Salt Baby kind of Depression era simple, which I actually kind of like. They look really cute. And they exist in 1997, Basic Brown Bears.
Basic Brown Bears works in 97. As we move on 15, 20 years, nobody wants anything that's basic.
That's so true. So Maxine, she reached out to Basic Brown Bears. She tells them that she wants to buy the company. And so she goes to, they have a store in Mall of America. She goes there.
I've always wanted to go there.
Me too. Let's go.
Let's go.
Great. We should do a
live show. Thank you again for coming for dinner. It was so nice to hear about your mom.
Why do you get to burp all the time? I never do.
Because you're a lady.
She goes to the Mall of America and she basically does, it depends on what you think. Intel gaining at Basic Brown Bears under the guise of trying to buy the store. So she's seeing how they do things. She's incognito. She has a mustache.
She get a job? She didn't get a job there.
No, she says that she's interested in buying. And so she's like going around and being like, oh, interesting. That's where you put the skins. Oh, interesting. You have them rotate around like this and do
Between
this
12
kind
and
of circuit.
16 ounces of stuffing.
Okay. So she's scribbling them down in her little notepad. Mm-hmm. And then she's like, actually, I don't think I want to buy the company. And they're like, we gave you all of our trade secrets. And then she's like,
we bought you Subway.
She's like, I changed my mind. And then they're like, your ass is getting sued. So they did settle privately with a confidentiality agreement. And it depends on how you feel about it. I don't know. I see Maxine very positively, so I'm not thinking that she was as a spy, but there are some people who might think that. If this was a podcast on Basic Brown Bears, we might be telling a different story.
She's the Margaret Sanger of the bear industry. Good Lord.
9 months later, the first store opened in the St. Louis Galleria. 9 months. I mean,
she gave birth
pace.
9 months
right
later?
to her bear baby.
Wow.
They were able to do it that quickly because she knew the mall industry inside and out. She had all the contacts from May Company. The whole thing was just in overdrive. So here's the experience of walking into a Build-A-Bear in 1997.
Walk me through it. I'm going to close my eyes and live this vicariously through you.
As I said in the beginning, the entrance is flanked with 2 giant animatronic bears. You walk in, you are greeted by a friendly employee inviting you to build a new best friend.
Aww.
The lights are warm, the colors are bright. It's yellow, blue. It's kind of Toontown in its boldness. It's a feast for the eyes. That's where you see the sign, as I referenced in the beginning, Build-A-Bear Workshop. Choose me, hear me, stuff me, stitch me, fluff me, dress me, name me, take me home. Squeeze me, tease me, please me.
Lick me, love me.
So the original 1997 process used these station names. So you move around the store in a circuit to follow a process to bring your bear to completion. Choose me. You select the unstuffed skin from a variety of animals.
Not loving skin. That cannot be.
What would you call it? Unstuffy.
Coat?
Unstuffy.
I think the coat.
Unstuffy.
You can keep saying it. I'm still going with coat.
Unstuffy.
What color coat were you thinking?
But what if it's a dragon? Dragons don't have coats. They have skins.
Scales? I don't know. We'll brainstorm.
That's how they ended up on skin. Hear me, so you can have a little sound chip to place inside. They can do a heartbeat. Now you can record something that's not lewd.
People put in
not lewd.
Not lewd. You're not allowed to do lewd.
Not allowed to do lewd.
What's lewd? I mean, is there a book? Can you tell me the words?
I think it's up to employees' discretion. I think it all has to be PG.
Lower. Lower. They're like, I don't really get that,
I don't
but
know what that means.
okay.
It's technically not in the book.
Right
so-
there.
Yeah, okay. Stuff me. So there's a foot-pedaled operated machine to fill the animal with stuffing,
Run by an employee or you?
run by an employee that they would use to fill the bear. As I mentioned, it was a modified pillow stuffing machine, which that would be fun to have, a pillow stuffing machine, in case your pillow gets a little lumpy. Give it a little puff in the night. This is the most important part of the Build-A-Bear experience.
I know what this is going to be.
The heart
heart.
ceremony. They call it a
heart.
ceremony. How special is that? So
It's
what do
a
you know
cult-
about
It's creepy and culty a little bit.
what
This
do you
is
know
like
about the
Cap-
heart ceremony?
I know that you put a heart in it. I don't know
Yes.
if you like kiss it or anything.
You can. You're encouraged. You select. At the time, it was. I think they had a red satin heart and a red gingham heart. Now they have like
Gingham.
a million. A little red gingham heart, like a little gingham.
No, I like gingham. I'm just surprised those are the two options:
you
red
get-
or gingham.
Red and white gingham.
Gingham.
Now there's like 100 options. Of
I'm
things to
sure
put
there's
inside,
liquid crystal. There's Barbie
Sure.
influence. The Disney princess hearts.
Oh, in case I forget, there also was a Swarovski Build-A-Bear. It's like
Don't
$90.
say Swarovski.
$90
$90 back then.
No, $90 now. It's currently on the website, and they're themed with like birth month for the color of the gem.
But you don't even see the heart. It gets sewn into the skin.
No, they're like bedazzled, lightly
Oh.
Swarovski'd. I just wanted to mention Swarovski in case I forgot it.
Swarovski.
So you select your heart, a red satin heart or a red gingham heart at the time. You give it a little kiss. You make a little wish on it. If you want your bear to be smart, you rub it on your brain. If you want your bear to be strong, you rub it on your muscles. If you want your bear to be hungry, you rub it on your belly. Whatever it is, you rub the heart on whatever you want your bear to be. You bring your bear to a master bear builder to stitch your bear up, give it the
master
final
bear.
seam.
Go now. You're gonna want to go see the
Master bear.
Yes, Lord.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
This was really cute. They had a Fluff Me, a little grooming station, and I spent a lot of time in the Build-A-Bear subreddit, which is filled with employees and adult Build-A-Bear fans. And this was really sad when these left the stores. It was this material that feels so 1997. Shiny, almost looks like plastic that looks like it was airbrush painted, but it has a little squish to it. Do you know what I mean? It would be a lot in like kids like play areas or like Disneyland, Toontown. So it was like had a gloss to it, and it was kind of hard coated in this like plastic shellacky stuff, but it still had a squish, like as if it was like foam and airbrush painted, and it looked like a bathtub. And then there would be rubber duckies, and you'd be given a Build-A-Bear brush, and there were big faucets that went out over the bathtub that you would push a button or turn on, and they would blast out air, and then you would brush and fluff up your bear with a little hairbrush.
Wow.
And that was a really like beloved part of the experience. Now it's an LED screen in partnership with Google Pixel.
I mean, why?
Why?
That doesn't really cost much more. I'm wondering now I wonder if Jellycat use this at all as a jumping
I'm
off point,
sure.
because now these Jellycat experiences
Yes.
they have, like you buy a stack of Jellycat pancakes and they like
Flip 'em
pick
for
them up
ya.
with like a spatula and they
Totally.
pretend they're sizzling them and flipping them and like do all this stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure that they were in the Build-A-Bear archives
Yeah.
for this, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, people, like, it was an experience. And then you do the Name Me, which is like the name ceremony, very inspired by Cabbage Patch, as she said.
Mm-hmm.
That was obviously like around that time, and that kind of made it more personalized and made it feel more special. So the kid would just pick a name for their bear, and you'd make a bear certificate that was signed by Maxine Clark as the chief executive bear. So
You
that
get
was
a little certificate. It has the bear's name in like a large, non-matching font.
Sure, yes.
Hollywood Justin in italicized Times New Roman.
The rest of it is sans serif, but for some reason that is serif. And then Take Me Home. So they had boxes that they would put the bears in that they called Cub Condos, that Maxine was inspired by a Happy Meal. So it was the same thing. It was like four sides and then kind of tents together on the top, so it looks like a little house. And it kind of, I think the outside is kind of decorated, illustrated to look like a house. It was actually cheaper than a bag to have a box, a Cub Condo. For some reason, that was cheaper than a paper bag. And then it also was an incredible marketing tool because kids are trotting through the mall, swinging these Cub Condos, and everybody sees that, they know that kid got a Build-A-Bear. It's not just a nondescript shopping bag.
That also seems very American Girl doll. Those
Very
came in
American Girl doll,
Didn't
yes.
those come in boxes too?
Yeah, and it's just like, it's aspirational. You know what I mean? It's like if you see a kid walking by with that, you're gonna feel jealous and you're gonna drag your parents into Build-A-Bear.
We're basically just teaching kids to be snobby consumers.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all everything is. An original Build-A-Bear, furry friend, cost approximately $10 to $12 in 1997, which is a little over $20 today.
That seems very reasonable.
Doesn't that seem incredibly reasonable? Unlike American Girl dolls, which are so expensive, I thought that they would be like, oh, that's why we never got one, is because they were so expensive. I think it's just the skins. I think my mom didn't like the skins.
The coats.
The unstuffies. So
I feel like now I feel like they've really inflated the price. I bet Build-A-Bear, or maybe you'll get to that.
I'll get to that. I'm actually going to text my mom right now and ask why we never went to Build-A-Bear.
Hey, just want to ask a quick question that's been on my mind for quite a while. Why didn't you ever take us to Build-A-Bear?
What if I asked that without any context? I had said, why did we never go to Build-A-Bear? And then what if I just like left it like at that? I said, I'm recording a pod about it. I guessed it's because seeing the skins made you sad. I'm going to wait and see what mom says. Get the Boba report.
Pelts.
So that base price, $10 to $12, covered the unstuffed animal skin, all the stuffing, the iconic red satin or gingham heart, the heart ceremony experience, the final stitching, the personalized birth certificate. Pretty darn good.
That's a
I'd
basic
say.
bear.
Basic bear. So
Now, did they jump in early on with like all the outfits and the J. Crew collab and this and that?
Not the collabs, but they did have accessories, and those ranged from $5 to $25 per item. So, of course, yes, you could just get the basic bear, but while you're in there, maybe your bear needs a raincoat.
I was about to say, what if it rains?
Wow.
A raincoat.
And that is a top tier. That's not like a t-shirt. That's like a pretty penny for a raincoat.
I'm not going to lie. If they were currently doing a Build-A-Bear with a J. Crew collab, I would consider buying one.
I could see you building a bear. Where would you rub the heart to make your bear what you want it to be? Would you want your bear to be smart, a good researcher?
Yeah, probably.
Rub it on your laptop.
Yeah.
So the company's first year exceeded expectations. They generated $377,000 in sales.
So you're going to say million.
That was just that first year. So this is way above their initial projections. So each new store required a lot of money to build it out because it was such like not a typical retail experience. So it cost between $500,000 and $700,000 to like deck out a Build-A-Bear store.
Were they franchising these or?
Not at this point. So the sales were around $2 million. So annual sales are $2 million. It would cost $500 initially to get going. It's like the upside is clear. Yeah. Maxine is now attracting quite a bit of outside capital to fuel her expansion. So August 1998, we have equity partners coming in. They're putting in $4.5 million. They're building 2 more stores in the Chicago area. We got another capital company. We have Build-A-Bear has 4 stores now in Kansas. So it's like kind of a slow expansion. But now that I'm seeing, is it slow? It took like a year. Yeah. It feels like not that slow. 1999 is when it started to really accelerate, and they got another $5 million. Now they're at 14 stores in major U.S. cities. Now they kind of have it to like a well-oiled machine. These locations were outperforming the industry dramatically. This was interesting. If you work in a mall, maybe you know this. The national mall average of like profit was $350 per square foot. So that's how they like come up with the math of like if like a business is profitable or not. Like, should it be a kiosk? Should it be a big store? Should it be the size of a Uniqlo where we're doing like a VR experience pretending to be on the Titanic?
That was a big store.
That was a really big store. So Build-A-Bears were performing more than double the national mall average. That same year, they also began aggressively defending their intellectual property. They are sending legal letters to Vermont Teddy Bear Company, Basic Brown Bears, the one that they got in a fight with earlier, a store called Friends to be Made, which they argued that the name too closely resembled their slogan, which was where best friends are made.
That is close.
Yeah, so the company demanded that Friends to be Made, which they weren't even doing, were they doing stuffed animals? I think it was dolls that were like floppy, kind of like Raggedy Ann kind of dolls, but Build-A-Bear, they're quite litigious. They made them stop selling stuffed animals, recall existing merchandise, and surrender customer data and sales proceeds. Wow. So she is a lawyer. She's still a lawyer in her heart, Maxine. In 2004, Maxine took the company public. She opened the door to international growth, brand extensions. Their first international store is in Sheffield, England.
Wow.
Yeah. What do you say what's your British accent?
I got to build a bear, yeah?
I got to build a bear, yeah.
Yeah, I want to build a little fuzzy, yeah? They call them fuzzies over there.
They do?
Fuzzy.
They do? Hasbro licensed a home bear stuffing kit.
Okay.
Sure.
I mean, that is up my alley. I can stuff a bear from the comfort of my bed.
Again? So now 2007, we're having like a Build-A-Bearville, a virtual world where kids can play bear games. Feels like now we're kind of just like off to the races. They're doing these spin-offs. They acquired Friends to Be Made to do like a doll making concept. They did Build a Dino, which was like a dinosaur themed one. Make Your Own Mascot, which is at like Major League Baseball stadiums where you can stuff a mascot. They have Build-A-Bear at Sea. They're on Carnival cruise ships. Wow.
I mean, it's smart. I wouldn't even, I mean, they should be in any amusement park.
They should be
anywhere that you
everywhere.
want to make a little souvenir.
Exactly. If stuffed animals are sold, sell a stuffing machine.
Yeah,
right?
hello sharks.
This was when they noticed a consumer trend. Millennial customers buying bear accessories for pets.
Okay.
There you go.
There you go.
In 2013, Maxine Clark retired as CEO. Remember, she wasn't a spring chicken when she started this. She like wants to move on to other things.
I'm literally like last year.
Right?
Oh, 13
yeah.
years ago. Okay.
Oh, God. So now we have Sharon Price John. She takes over. This is when 2015, the stores are getting their big redesign.
And there's been a lot of flux in malls over this period of time,
my
too.
gosh.
Like 80s was obviously the high.
Yes.
90s, it's like, it's okay. 2000s, it's going away.
Yeah, and I think this was 2015, so this is like 11 years ago. People are kind of having to rethink how they do in-person shopping.
Yeah.
I don't think the answer is to make stores more boring and more like all like white and sterile. But, you know, some people said they liked that it was like more modern and more like digital. They did do one thing that was good, which was the stuffing machine used to be like kind of like a rectangle, almost like the size of a TV that was like stuck on the wall. And now they had like a 7-foot high giant, almost like those things you go in that like simulates a hurricane. It almost is like that, like a big eye-catching thing that they put in the front of the store now so that you're passing by and you like your eye catches this like interesting stuffing.
I wish there was like
presentation.
one final step that like brought the bear to life. Like you like do all those things and you lay it on a table and either they give it like a shock or they do something and the
You want
bear
them
just
to give it a shock?
like a you know, like the paddles like and then the bear's like and then you're like, okay, now.
Oh, like it would if it died on the table? One last death rattle? This is it coming to life?
Walter, you're alive.
Walter is passed. They started integrating like a digital signage. So like out are the animatronic bears, in are big iPads and like interactive tables for like the Love Me station where you like poke, like everything just turns into like iPads.
There's 2 words. If you say these 2 words, I'm going to take off my headphones and leave this table.
What?
Smart bear.
Oh, fortunately, I don't have the 2 words smart bear together, but I do have
iBear.
allowing guests to interact with the glass using Microsoft Kinect technology. An interactive table where kids selected personality traits like cuddly or brave for their bear's heart. And the Fluff Me station uses Samsung Pixel Sense technology to create virtual bubbles. You know how kids love bubbles? What if they were virtual? That's not what kids like about bubbles. They like that they can pop them.
But
hello?
we don't like them to be sticky. So we're going
Sure.
to meet in the middle and make a virtual bubble.
Modern branding, a more sophisticated, because yes, a bear stuffing store should be sophisticated. Excuse me. Modernized color palette and store layout. So that yes, these stores are called the Discovery Store redesign. People are disappointed, especially because people now who would be customers, they remember the stores because they have kids now. Like they would be going back with their own kids. They remember them from their own childhood. Some of those stores still exist. As I said, they're called heritage stores, but a lot of people think that this is like too tech driven and too modern, and they feel like the brand has lost its soul. Now we're just in like collab land. And I mentioned this a little bit earlier. The first one was with the NFL, but now that is expanded to include every sports, everything you could imagine. There's a Build-A-Bear for. And a lot of them are online. You're not even getting like, you're not even stuffing your own Pikachu. You're just ordering it and it's coming to your house. Pikachu, Pokemon, Sonic the Hedgehog, as I said, RuPaul, KFC. I mean, there's like no limit to like,
KFC.
KFC in 2024.
Does it
feels
look like the Colonel? Does it
losing the
smell
plot a
like
little
chicken?
bit. It smells like chicken. I don't know. They still are doing really well, which like considering a mall brand, they've spun off into some kiosks and smaller, maybe like underperforming locations, went from a storefront to a kiosk. That's a smaller footprint. We know that square footage matters.
That's what we have, right? The kiosk.
Yeah, the kiosk. So there has a big stuffing station and then like, like a long rectangular thing that has the skins all on either side. And it's not as fun, I don't think, as going to the physical store, obviously. Here was a hazinga maybe somebody remembers if you had a little kid in 2018. Pay your age day. Pay your age day.
There was a time when I would have enjoyed that.
So Build-A-Bear invited customers in the U.S., UK, and Canada to purchase a bear for the price of their child's age. Of course, you wouldn't have like a grandma going in and being like, here's $89.
Here's my life savings.
The point is to get a deal, so you want your youngest person to be paying for it, which was a very well-intentioned promotion to get people in the store, but spiraled out of control. Like, they underestimated how much interest this would garner, and so it's like, having to shut down early, lines out of control, parents are mad, kids are crying, people are punching each other. It's like one of those like viral Black Friday.
In a bad way.
In a bad way, yes.
There's so many places that do that now. 7-Eleven has a day where you can have any size Slurpee.
Oh, yes, you could bring in any vessel.
People bring in like a barrel.
Sure.
Like 2 weeks ago, there's some movie theater that does like any size popcorn, and people were bringing in, and you don't even have to go see a movie. It's $5 for like any size popcorn, and they encourage people to bring a wagon. Like,
oh, sure, so that they can get like a little viral moment. Yeah. Sure. So it definitely like put Build-A-Bear back in the customer's consciousness if you're seeing these like viral images or whatever on social media. But Sharon Price John, the current CEO, she had to publicly apologize. They issued vouchers to customers who had waited in line. And this is kind of seen as like a little viral marketing gone wrong moment.
They tried.
Yeah, sure. In 2024.
Just 2 years ago.
This is where I draw the line.
Oh, no. Smart Bear?
The brand, thank God, not Smart Bear. That might be 2027. The brand sparked fresh controversy with the release of...
Oh, no. The Kardashian bears?
No. It maybe adult-themed After Dark bears.
Oh.
You can go to the Bear Cave. The Bear Cave, a website. Confirm you are over 18.
Great.
To access the online shop. If you had to confirm that you were over 18 to access part of the Build-A-Bear website, what would you expect to see there?
Dongs.
What about a lion with glasses on and a t-shirt that says Rizzler? What about a bear with bat wings and a t-shirt that says Wingspan Matters?
I made your bear a bottom?
A sloth with a martini glass and red satin boxers.
These are the After Dark?
A fox with a t-shirt that says Shadow Daddy.
Okay.
What is this?
If I have to tell you my age and go into some creepy website, I want it to be a little more adult.
You want to see like a
bondage
plushy dong
outfit. Yeah, like a...
some of the outfits are a little risque. As I mentioned, like a lot of the stuffies, they have like wine, they have beer. There's like a little devil. There's pride, which is like, why is that in there? Just
Tuck away
bunny,
pride.
A bunny with a pride, like a rainbow heart and holding a pride flag. It's like, you need to be 18 to get that bunny.
Love is love.
There's a cat with a t-shirt that says here to spill the tea and a little iPhone.
None of that even has anything to do with a cat.
No.
Meow.
It's so stupid. T-shirt that says Zaddy. Tank top that says red, white, and booze.
They hired an influencer into their marketing team, into their product design team.
It's wine o'clock somewhere. None of these feel particularly like over 18, which is like, do I want them to be? No, I don't want them to be.
No, I either want them to be super cute and innocent or hardcore, almost gross.
I'm finding it to be quite unpleasant. And also, like, there's a lot of clothes for the dolls, for the stuffies that are in the Bear Cave, which is the over 18, where it's like bra and underwear set.
I'm buying like
halter
bear panties now. My to-do list is run to the post office, go to the Bear Cave and buy panties.
I think it is.
Wow.
I think it is. I find it to be pretty gross, and I'm not a fan.
Do they sell matching adult-sized clothes for any of these?
They don't, but it feels perverted. Like they wouldn't have even. I think making it like behind an age confirmation wall makes it feel like, are you guys like the bears? Like why? Why would I need to be over 18 to see a bear that has like says "Be Wine Valentine"? Like why do I need that?
Maybe just because if they didn't have something like that and it had the word wine in it, you know how many parents that would be so upset? It's just gentle adulthood.
Sure. It says, welcome to the Bear Cave After Dark, a curated collection designed exclusively for adults who appreciate a little humor, a touch of sass, or something surprisingly unique.
It's like a bear in a shirt that's like, never thought I'd be a mom. What?
I mean, yeah, it's really wild. A lot of martinis. I was kind of bristling just even at the idea of these bears and this, like the collectorness of this, the fandom of this. They said that 40% of their customers are adults. And I spent some time in the...
For kids or for themselves?
For themselves.
40%?
40% are for themselves. So it has kind of gotten its own, like... In the same way, a lot of Jellycat customers are adults, and these become, from my reading of the subreddit, this is not me just like projecting or guessing, though I mean, I guess I'm doing a bit of that, but it seems to be a lot of adults that if they have like maybe a difficult lot in life, or they have to go through like some kind of like medical treatment that's like very stressful, or maybe they have some like intellectual disability, or maybe they're on the spectrum, these dolls... I saw the collections of the stuffies I saw, Build-A-Bear, so people have 300 plus. 300 plus.
I can't judge because I buy my own stupid stuff. But
right?
Man, that just seems like
and
me looking at them is how I know people look at me.
Yeah.
I'm like, good God.
But then they write things, and I see that and I was like, oh my God, like this is like crazy the way they go to these stores and how it's like such an experience for them, that these like super fans. But then they'll say things like, I don't know, like if I would have made it through this last year if not for this like little frog wearing a soccer jersey. And then I'm like, well, I guess like whatever works.
Whatever gets somebody through.
Whatever gets somebody through. It's a hard world. If being into your Build-A-Bears and doing that, and for those people, I hope that they never go away, because those people are the ones who are the most hurt by like the switch to the kiosk and losing the things like the bathtub, because they do feel really connected, and like that the personal experience of it is like a really big deal. Also about the store, the fans, you can bring in a Build-A-Bear for the life of the bear. You can bring it in and get it restuffed.
Oh, that should be.
So that's fine. So like, or if you buy one secondhand, you can take out the stuffing, get it freshly stuffed. It's totally free. They'll stitch it back up for you. You can't do it with other stuffed animals, which for some reason people on Yelp thought you could and gave a Build-A-Bear store 1 star because they're like, my friend told me you could bring in any stuffed animal and have it restuffed for free.
I brought in my Squishmallow and I said, get out. Have you ever seen, I really enjoy watching these videos. There's at least one woman. I don't know if they're all the same woman, if there's multiple women or men or, but there's people that like, you can send them, you know how I gave your daughter that lion?
Oh, yes, and they
really
get pretty raggedy, yeah.
And then you can send them these people and they bring it back to life. And they do the whole process where they give it a bath. Like, they do things that we would be scared to do. Like, they take the skin off and take it apart and then, like, scrub it and, like, fluff it and find reference photos and restuff it and then, like, brand new again and mail it back to you with a little bow on it. It's really cute.
That's really cute. And actually, people do that with their Build-A-Bears, too. Like, some of these super fans, they're dyeing them, they're customizing them, they're, like, personalizing them. And it's, like, it is a whole subculture of adults that I had no idea existed. And so I always like learning about I'm like, that should be the documentary. Show me these people.
Yeah,
I don't want to hear Mario Lopez learning about when Build-A-Bear was founded. That's our job, okay?
Be sure to watch Access Hollywood Monday through Friday at 11. God, I hate that guy.
I know. What can you do? So the company surpassed $500 million in annual revenue for the first time in 2025.
How much?
500 million. So like they're doing
That's a lot of skin.
Over the last few years, their stocks have recovered. I mean, they've dipped during COVID, sure, but they're like quietly.
They what during COVID?
They dip. They're very quietly like staying really, really strong and even growing, which for like a mall brand from the 90s feels like a little surprising to me. They've squeezed their margins. Everything's getting more expensive these days, but the brand is still highly profitable. They did have a lawsuit that is, if you look up Squishmallow Build-A-Bear news, they did have a lawsuit recently because you mentioned Squishmallow. They had a very similar line that looked a lot like Squishmallows that they were trying to kind of get away with. But
I feel like a lot of people kind of copied that whole Squishmallow vibe. Like
For sure.
CVS has like thing. I'm like, oh, they have them here. No, that's like a CVS mellow.
yeah, CVS Mellow.
Yeah,
Comes
they're-
with a really long receipt.
They seem like a company that would really have to defend their IP.
Oh, for sure. For sure. So they I guess settled that. So they're gonna get rid of these like really squishmallow looking ones. But I will say an amazing thing about Maxine Clark. She is so philanthropic. She lives in St. Louis now, and that's an area that has a big socioeconomic divide. I just want to give a shout out to her because she's really awesome. She created something called Delmar Divine in St. Louis, which is a $100 million, she calls it like a social innovation hub. So it's housing to over 30 nonprofits, which are like giving access to these nonprofits, making it really easy for the community to engage in their services, as well as housing, as well as education, after school programs. She provides venture capital and mentorship to women-led startups. She works in child welfare, research, and policy at Washington University. She is like an excellent woman, and she's still doing it in her 70s.
That's incredible.
She's incredible. So this awesome. If you're in St. Louis, I'm curious if any of our listeners live in St. Louis, if they know about Delmar Divine. It seems like a really cool project. It was a former hospital that they converted into housing, and then businesses for all of like retail for all of these like social services businesses.
I love people that do good with their money.
I know, right?
I don't want to take away from her and what she's done in St. Louis, but you know what else was made in St. Louis?
What?
Me. I was.
No Trojans to be seen.
No, if there was a Trojan, it had a hole in it because I was made in St. Louis.
Wow, I love that. Take me to St. Louis.
Sex
Louis
in the City, the
Vuitton,
movie.
yeah.
Louis Vuitton. Oh, what's she say?
Meet me in St.
St.
Louis Vuitton.
Vuitton.
Oh, it was something between Jennifer Hudson and Sarah Jessica Parker, and she gave her a very
really ugly
Louis Vuitton bag.
And she's like, I don't have to rent no more because she had to rent her bags.
Sure.
Yeah.
So there you go. She's used her money to create some real good in the world. Eleanor Roosevelt would be very proud of where her employee's daughter ended up.
Wait, that's insane. So she's still. Oh wait, her mom worked for Eleanor.
Her mom
Roosevelt.
worked for Eleanor
I was
Roosevelt.
going to say
She's old.
either Eleanor Roosevelt was sooner than I thought, or okay, that makes more sense.
She's also a vice chair at PBS, just to say another great thing about her. I mean, we love her. Maxine, she's like incredible.
I hope she's putting some of her money to that because CBS is really going through a hard moment
Yeah,
right
they need
now.
some help. So I'm sure she's on it. I'd trust her with my life. I trust her with my life. So the price range now for the Build-A-Bear, what do you think it is?
For an average, for just stock bear, is there such thing as just a stock bear at this point? Brown skin,
Yeah, simple
red
Build-A-Bear.
heart,
Yeah.
no
brown
clothes,
skin, red heart.
I got brown skin and a red heart.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say $34.99.
It's in the like 32 to 40 plus range.
So you should say, wow, that was a great
Yeah, it was a
guess.
great guess. I mean, but it's also like in line with inflation too. Like they haven't raised the price. Like that's about pretty much what it would have been, $10 to $12. I feel like it's like kind of in line with that.
Well, you said that would have been $20, so it's like double, but
Oh, so yeah, it was kind of doubled. But you know what? They've gotten a lot more like elaborate. Like the basic one, they had like, it was called like the mink feel teddy bear and the basic brown. Like they were so simple. You see them now, it's like, it's crazy. And of course you can do all the add-ons. You can add scent now. You can add like special extra sounds. It's like yeah, you should try to see if you can get away with that. We'll see.
There's there's videos of that too. There's like dolls that you can get at like Walmart or any of the big box stores where you can hold it down and record.
Oh, and people leave them like that. Funny stuff.
Oh my gosh, it's so funny.
That's fun.
It's silly.
Just a fun fact about Build-A-Bear. In 2009, they made a surrogate mother for a real monkey.
A surrogate mother.
So there was a monkey that
okay.
was born in Kent, England in a zoo, and the mom had to have the monkey via C-section, and she had to recover, so she wasn't available to care for her newborn offspring. And Build-A-Bear UK made a stuffed monkey that had a beating electric heart inside of it.
Aww.
And the baby monkey loved it.
You know what that sounds like?
What?
A smart bear. That sounds like a smart bear.
That's it for Build-A-Bear, baby.
Holy shit. What a journey, man.
What a journey. So after all that you've heard, are you ready to get back in a Build-A-Bear?
You know what? I'm going to say that it is on brand for me. I'm not rock hard on about it, but
Sure.
it's on brand. Why not? I think we need opportunities for kids and 40% adult
Sure.
audiences to create something that they
Their
feel like
silver fox zaddy,
get your little zaddy in
smoking
the
a cigar
18 or over
with a little felt butt plug wristlet. That's what they call the things that go on their paws, a little wristlet.
they call them butt plug.
Well, I mean, like in the
Right,
after dark.
Of course, no, I know. Yes, I just wanted to ice you out.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, I think it's great. I love a female-owned
Mm-hmm.
company who was celebrated and was able to navigate the system. Sound like she had all the right pieces in place.
Yeah.
Her lawyer background.
It's fun.
I'm not gonna buy a Build-A-Bear again, and like I said, unless there's some I do think a smart little.
Is there a collab that you would go
J.
for?
Crew. I would
if
do
there
a-
was a J,
if
like
he had
a
a cute
classic
little,
brown.
like-
You bought a teddy bear from Pottery Barn.
Yeah,
You didn't even get to stuff it.
gingham or plaid. No, he's plaid.
Yeah.
If I had known you were doing that, I would have put it on the
That's funny.
crescenda. Why can't I say that word?
I don't know, honey.
Credenza. Yeah, it's
So
on
a
brand for me.
soft on
Great,
brand.
great story. Love it. I love that it still exists. I love that it navigated through COVID,
Mm-hmm.
through the declining mall age. Now, I think to some degree, at least here in California, malls are finding a new life. Like they've kind of had to morph. We have some more outdoor malls now. But yeah, great.
Malls are
Love them.
fun.
Thumbs up. On brand. What about you?
I mean, I know that I've only had a positive association with it. I'm shocked that I've never been. And I now feel like if there was a special, because it is expensive for a stuffed animal, like, well, I guess compared to a jelly cat, it's cheap.
I mean, a jelly cat, you get a little keychain now. It's $37.
$95,
It's so
yeah.
stupid. You should take both your kids to get them for
I think I might be a good like
Easter present.
Easter present. Yeah. And I did want to do a pause on intake of stuffed animals because if we had kept up at the rate, like I would be now podcasting, my head would be in a pile of stuffed animals, the amount of stuffed animals we receive. But I might make an exception for that because that does seem like that would be special.
So on brand.
Yeah, on brand for me.
Hopefully you'll get a couple this year.
Yeah, let's see.
Maybe tonight I'll go into the cave and see what's cooking.
Zaddy.
Hey, what's up, guys? Hey, Zaddy. I hope there's a chat room.
For zaddies to talk to each other.
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
Well, awesome. Very fun show. Thank you so much for teaching me about
Thank you for
Build-A-Bear.
listening and learning, Mario Lopez. You were Mario Lopez in this.
I'm not Mario. Why?
You were learning
because I never age.
Because he didn't know about Build-A-Bear, and neither did you, and I taught both of you.
Don't say I'm my nemesis. You know there's no one I hate more in this world than Mr. Mario Lopez.
Based on what?
I don't know. Once I decide I don't like somebody, they're out.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, before we go, you know what we got to do. We got to give some shout outs to our Freaks of the Week.
Let's do it.
What's a freak of the week, you ask? Well, let me tell you. Every Wednesday in our Instagram story, I post a little puzzle. If you solve that puzzle and tell me what our brand is going to be that week, two things are going to happen. I'm going to send you a little freak badge that lets you know that you got it right, and I'm going to add your name to our Wheel of Freaks. And then every week I spin that wheel 5 times and pick 5 freaks of the week. And that's what these lucky people did. This is for the Tupperware Insta Egg. Very cute little Insta Egg with a bunch of Tupperware lids, a simple mixed up letters, put them together, figure out it's Tupperware. And these 5 people did that and won our spin. So congratulations to Katie Halayan, Natalie Graham Williams, T, also known as Rubber Clog, Carly, and Christina Stuss. So thank you guys so much for playing. I really have fun making those, and I love that so many people seem to enjoy solving them. If you haven't done it, if you're not on Instagram, jump on there, check them out. Check out our main feed. We do a bunch of posts with posters that Marissa makes, and we do little supplemental packages for every episode where you can see the people that we've been talking about. You can see probably a screen grab of the bear cave. You can see how hot Maxine is. You can see a bunch of different things in there. So be sure to check out our Instagram.
And while we're giving shout outs, I'd like to shout out a lovely listener who left us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. We have Avery R., who says, "The banter is unmatched. I found this podcast in my suggested feed a couple months ago. Suggested feed were popping up.
Oh,
and
really?
was instantly hooked. What I thought would be a fun educational podcast to learn some fun facts about brands. And while that is true, it is also hilarious. Jon and Marisa have such great back and forth banter with each other, and I listen to them host a podcast about anything. My first episode was Lipton Tea, and I think it was a great one to start with. And like me, you'll then immediately blast through the entire back catalog.
Sounds like I already have one listener for the Kiosk Kid.
That is great. If you haven't left us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, please do. It's so nice. It makes us happy. It makes us feel good about ourselves. You can check us out on Instagram at OnBrandThePod, on TikTok at OnBrandThePodcast. You can solve John's Insta egg. You can see our supplementals. You can chat with John in bed. You can join our Patreon, a new episode every Tuesday, a bonus episode, and join our Discord and chat with us there. We would love to see ya. And with that, we'll be back next week with an all-new episode.
And remember, guys, we may go off topic, but we're always gonna be on brand.
Bye.
Bye.